you all so much for being here tonight at Ignite. So we're going to get started. I'd like to welcome Elder Gary Sue of the Mississaugas of New Credit First Nation to give a welcome to the territories.
Joe, magkasigay-higan in this na kas, magazine do da, Mississauga and Old Canada, Obama B and G Bayan. That means I live here in Canada, and I give this song because it needs to be sung to a group of people so that they can understand how the Aboriginal people here in Canada have treated you from the beginning when you first came to our shores. Another 4 years underneath of oppression, and I can't see it. We as First Nations people have organized ourselves because we know that 51 of the ridings that are here in Canada are controlled by Aboriginal people. So we've done our best to go ahead and place ourselves so that the Aboriginal people will be a voice inside of this election. And if we can that here in Toronto, we can ignite it even more and make the Conservatives sit back and look at the devastation that they placed upon our country and sit there in shame and know that why they were defeated was because they oppressed the people here in this country too long.
What's happening between now and October 19th? So the Lead in Our Community is 460,000 people strong. We were founded just before the 2011 election by a group of young people who cared about climate change and knew that action on climate wasn't going to be possible unless we built a broad-based movement that saw the intersections and connections between different issues and was able to push parties to work together across party lines for action on a number of things, including climate. So over the past 4 years, under a conservative majority government, we've run campaigns to basically limit damage. It hasn't been fun. There isn't too much that you can do as an outside political force under a majority government. So we've been trying to slow down terrible pieces of legislation by bringing together this group of people who take action together by signing petitions and attending rallies and donating for things like ads and most recently for polling as part of our election campaign. To give you a sense of what we were doing in the last election, 4 years ago we helped organize vote mobs. That's me. Anyway, so there were a group of young people who came together on campuses across the country to rally young people to vote. And this is what we did. We've always engaged in elections, but we primarily worked on issues. But we've known that elections are an important moment because they help determine the political landscape that we're operating in. So in the lead up to this election, we went to our community like we do on many issues, and we said, do you want us to organize a major campaign in the lead up to the election? And 91% of people said yes. And we gave our community a few different options. We said, what do you want us to do? And the vast majority of people asked us to back candidates who could defeat conservatives in swing ridings where vote splitting might lead to a conservative victory. And that's where Vote Together came from. So over the past couple of years, we've been building Vote Together. It has culminated in this one-stop shop for the election, votetogether.ca. Should say it daily. No, just watch myself. Okay. Ridings. And 72 of those which are in dark purple on the map here, and you can see that at votetogether.ca. Those are ridings where vote splitting might lead to a conservative victory. They're places where if we vote together, we can defeat the conservative. We've been looking at national and regional projections as well, and it looks like there are another handful of ridings, which are in light purple over here, where the conservative vote is collapsing, and it looks like we might be able to defeat the conservatives as well, so we flagged those on our election website. And the places in yellow on the map are places where vote splitting won't lead to a conservative victory, but still places where you can take action. So across the country, we've been encouraging people to do 3 things. The first is joining local teams. So in places like Eglinton-Lawrence and Willowdale and Etobicoke Lakeshore in Toronto, there are teams that have been going door to door, building a block of voters for weeks and months.
Maybe interacted with them before, so we're going to talk to you about what is going on in Eglinton-Lawrence.
Hi, my name's Anna. As Stephen said, I'm helping as a volunteer in organizing for Eglinton-Lawrence and Willowdale. And so we've been working in Eglinton-Lawrence for about a month and a half since the beginning of August, when we knew that there was a lot of stakes in this riding because Joe Oliver is running as the finance minister. And so we decided to get going in this riding. There are 3 really, really, really high-profile candidates in the riding, running, as you can see. So the incumbent is Joe Oliver, who we don't know where he is right now. And the NDP candidate is Andrew Johnson, the ex-finance minister of Saskatchewan. Pardon? Thompson. Andrew Thompson. Oh, Andrew Thompson. That's what I thought. Okay. And he is very good, apparently, at balancing budgets. And the Liberal Party candidate, Marco Mendicino, who is a very well-known candidate in this riding specifically, and defeated Eve Adams in the nomination riding. I can never remember that. I always want to say it's the primary, which is wrong. But yeah, so in the last election, in 2011, let's look at what happened. So,
What were the borders?
oh, yeah. It's a really close riding. We're not exactly sure what's going to happen, and our efforts will make a difference here. They will make a huge difference here. And so far, in the last month and a half, we've collected over 600 pledges, and we've spoke to over 2,000 people through volunteers going to knock on people's doors, which is really incredible. We've also organized over 17 canvases with over 100 volunteers, and we held a huge day of action where over 50 people showed up. So something kind of like this event, but obviously here there's more people. So we're going to be having another one of those on Saturday, which is really exciting too. So that's what's up in Eglinton-Lawrence. That's what we've done. Now Tom's going to explain what's ahead.